Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. I have some exciting news. I have actually partnered up with BUSR Sportsbook, and we have an amazing limited-time offer just for you. If you're into gambling, check this out. They have a sign-up 150% bonus. That's right. It's only for 24 hours after you sign up. But if you make a deposit within that 24 hours, you'll get a 150% bonus. Put in $100, you get $150. Put in $1,000, you'll get an additional $1,500, up to $2,500. Now check this out. It's not just football because, we're dealing with the playoffs and Super Bowl right now. It goes well beyond just that. We're talking about football, basketball, baseball, hockey, more. Hell, I heard that like in The Sopranos that they would gamble on 2 cockroaches running up the wall. But no, in all seriousness, they even have live in-game betting as well. So don't miss out on this incredible offer. To take advantage of this, check out the description. I'll have a clickable link in there, and I'll also pin it into the tab. I'm Mark Holmes, and I appreciate you guys. And go Cowboys.
What's more likely?
Never say never, but never.
All right, Christopher, go for it. What do you got over there?
What's more likely? The rain stops or we're in this hell for another 40 days?
Let's collect animals by twos. Correct.
All right, guys. We were talking about this yesterday. Derek Carr is going to be a Hall of Famer, apparently. He's going to win a bunch of Super Bowls. So, who's more likely to win the big one in the next 6 years? Cowboys or Jets?
Get out of here, man.
What?
Oh, my gosh. All right. I'll go Jets. Sorry, TJ.
As you should.
Why wouldn't I?
Why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't I speak it into existence? I'm not going to sit here and say it's your team.
No, you shouldn't.
With your Dallas star behind you.
You know
and
what
everything.
I was going to say, so.
I'll go Jets. I think Derek Carr's going to do it. Listen to this guy.
Derek Carr wants $35 million a year.
Sold. That's it? That's all he wants? That's it?
That's the report that's
Sold.
out there.
Oh, man. You got
Run. Jets, run.
So don't worry about nobody else. Sign this cat.
Do not walk, run. He'll take mid-30s.
He'll want 45 like some other people in
Run,
sharing a
don't
stadium
walk.
with. Come on.
Oh, my God. Woody Johnson should blow out a hamstring trying to run to
Maybe
sign
start
him.
stitching up the jerseys right now.
That's according to Diana Rossini.
She would know.
She's been putting a lot out there about this situation.
Jamie's been getting busy.
What else?
Yeah. All right, well, since Derek Carr is going to go to the Jets
Oh, my God.
and be a future Hall of Famer, who's
Right.
more likely to be a Hall of Famer?
Oh, my gosh.
Derek Carr or Russell Wilson?
Either one of
Get
them.
out of here with this noise.
God, seriously?
Because he's been playing himself out of it the last
Let's
couple
just
years.
say, let's not go recency bias. Let's see who's
Neither.
got the proper base from which to
Wow.
make the Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah,
Russ has got
definitely
stats for days, and he's got
2 Super Bowls that he's been in.
Stop. What else,
And,
Chris?
and he
Really?
lost the
You're just
second
gonna
one
just
because
blow
of
right past that?
Well, Derek's got
because
to
he didn't get the ball to Marshawn Lynch.
All Russ has got to do is win one more in Denver. Yeah. Come on, man.
Tall task.
What else?
Wow.
All right, some actual real ones.
I love his attempts at pushback.
Okay.
You got something that we don't need, like an hourglass to try and, time our way to see if I'm accurate or not?
Which new head coach more likely to make the playoffs
Next
this
year?
time? Yeah, coming up in 2023.
All right, at least we're recent.
Jonathan Gannon
Oh, Steichen.
or my man
I'll say
Steichen in the Colts.
Gannon's not going to... Come on, man.
Who's
Next
playing
year?
quarterback?
In Indianapolis?
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
It's
that
going to be
those
a
two look
rookie.
just
It's going to be a
alike?
rookie.
I'll take Shane Steichen.
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 Exactly alike in that picture.
Put that
Am
up
I
one more
wrong
time.
about that?
Steichen.
Or am I off?
I thought it was.
They do look like the same guy.
By
One
the
guy
way,
looks like
They really
he hasn't
do.
shaved in 5
Excuse me.
days.
The
But
fact
They do look like the same guy.
Hold on. Keep this up on the screen. The fact that Dax Shepard trended on Twitter
Because
for a full
Steichen
day because the guy on the right got hired by the Colts. He looks nothing like Dax
But
Shepard.
there was a picture. There was a picture that they were attaching.
I think
yeah.
I think this is run off the rails now. I think this is run off the rails.
quarterback.
Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, of course, with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and what?
What is that cockroach doing on your set?
You know what?
What's that cock?
Here, you know what? I'll get to that.
What's Philly his brother and doing on?
I'll get to that in just a second. There, okay. I put this up Super Bowl Sunday, right?
Well, last time
that's Jetro.
No.
That's Joe Boo's cousin, the Eagle fan, Jetro.
Remember what happened when they won the Super Bowl? You gave him a ring.
Well, you know what? I put him on the desk with his teddy bear because I thought he'd cry. And you see, the cockroaches
at least
never
die.
Die.
A mistake when they won the Super Bowl and gave him a ring.
Well, you know what? I will say this much. I put them on the desk Super Bowl Sunday, and they lost. So I'm thinking that this is the good luck for the Cowboys with Joe Boo.
Just don't give him a ring.
This is the good luck for the Cowboys, okay? He's only been around since 2012, so don't blame me for all those years before that, okay?
Rowdy.
All right?
You can blame Rowdy.
And of course, then we have, Jetro, the not too bright one-tooth cousin.
What's missing?
What's that?
You didn't give him a ring.
Well, no, I'm not giving him no ring.
Because he won. That's the only time they won Super Bowl. They gave him a ring that year.
Ivory. Hold up. We them boys. Wait. I was going to give a shout out to the ladies, but I see Ivory. Where's the comment from Ivory?
I see one right there.
Mark, stop giving excuses, bro. He throws behind wide receivers. Ivory. You know what? It's funny. I tell you what's funny, Ivory. The hate for Dak Prescott is just amazing. Because it seems like you must not watch any other quarterbacks.
I mean, Ben.
Here's what I love is the revisionist history for guys like Derek Carr. Now, all of a sudden, Derek Carr is going to be a Hall of Famer if he goes to New York. That guy.
To which one? The Jets?
Every year he's averaged, in his career, he's averaged double-digit interceptions every year of his career.
The Jets?
With the Jets. That's what they're talking about now.
The Jets
We're talking about a guy. Wait.
Super Bowl 3.
Hold on. Is there not a difference between throwing to Devontae Adams, Hunter Renfrow, and I can't think of their tight end?
I don't know who their tight end is.
Having Josh Jacobs, who's rushing for 1,600 yards. That guy didn't succeed with those guys. But yet we got Clifford Franklin. We got Clifford Franklin catching the ball, Ivy. We got Clifford Franklin. Clifford Franklin, an incredible pass. Incredible pass against the Jaguars, where he's throwing blind to the man. Gets the ball in the guy's hands and he tips it up for a pick six. And you're going to blame Dak Prescott. You're going to sit there and look at the 28th win percentage offensive line and say that guy is not under stress when he's throwing the football. You got Michael Gallup, who can't get any separation. The Dallas Cowboys, as a whole, are one of the worst teams when it comes to separation. And you're just looking at one thing.
I think it's
what?
It said on the thing who the tight end is.
It doesn't matter.
Waller.
Darren Waller. That's it.
Waller.
Getting $14 million. You know what, Ivy? Guess what, bro? That shit happens. Do you think if we kept Cooper Rush playing that we would have even been in that game against them? Do you think we would have made it that far?
You're talking about against the Eagles?
You want to say, Dak cost us the game against the 49ers. Do you think if we hadn't lost Tony Pollard that we might have had a better opportunity? Do you think if we had some other receivers? Because, see, this is what pisses me off. Ivy, I love you, bro. No, hold on.
It's not
wait.
Dak Prescott's fault that our team didn't have faith in our kicker before Tony Pollard got injured.
If you're telling me that I can have Devontae Adams, let's say this. Do you think if we had Devontae Adams, Hunter Renfrow,
and Waller,
Darren Waller, and the running back who had 1,600 yards, Josh Jacobs, with Dak Prescott, are you telling me that we would still need another quarterback? Because that's what Derek Carr had to work with. And, he only had one less interception than Dak Prescott. With those guys. Now, can you say that Dalton Schultz that Michael Gallup on one leg
Oh no!
and Noah Brown are the same as throwing to those guys? Are you going to say that the Eagles' offensive line versus the Cowboys or Kansas City's offensive line versus the Cowboys is the same? Come on, man.
We got our first cockroach.
What's cockroach?
Bird. Our first cockroach.
Well, no, Twiz Digger was the first one in here. He's always the first one in.
What I'm talking about besides Twiz
Okay,
Digger.
all right, but you know,
Bird.
damn, I got sticks in my hair and stuff. Look, damn. All right, let me step back here for a second. Let me go ahead and do the mic check here because I've redone a whole lot of stuff and I want to make sure it works. And I want you guys to check out something new here too.
Mic sound nice, check 1. My mic sound nice, check 2. My mic sound nice, check 3. Are you ready?
Are you guys ready? That is our new sports desk there, right? That is, oh my God.
It's just missing one thing.
Shout out a Super Bowl trophy.
No. It's missing one thing, but we'll save it when it gets closer to the season.
Okay, all right. But
we'll save the little surprise.
This is the new sports desk that I've been working on. Shout out to Ewin, who has sponsored me, and we have this desk. Oh my God. And I have been making this the perfect sports desk. Mike, how does it feel to be in there, man?
I mean, it's not cluttered.
It's not cluttered?
And there's plenty of space.
Tell me that's not the nicest sports desk that you've sat at.
Yeah, it is.
That is literally that makes this spot over here look like crap. It makes it, but see, we trying to get ready for the season.
What's the discount code?
MH. You go to Ewin and it's just MH for Mark Holmes.
That's easy to remember. That's
25% off.
That's easy to remember.
Yeah, MH. All right, so
MH.
we got that out of the way. Let me say hello. Wait a minute. Has anybody seen Queen Bella? I don't think I've seen Queen Bella since the Super Bowl. Hopes Queen Bella's okay. I'm being honest here. I'm just have not seen her. I hope she's okay. You know, just like when we didn't see I Love We worry about I Love We because we're a family. But let me say, help me, Rhonda. What's up, Rhonda? Stacy Schubert. What's up, Stacy? Or Roland's Review. Gina Dallas Diva. What's up, Gina? Oh, and Brian. What's up, Brian? You're the new broke ass media man. You know what? But see, the only reason why I've got this stuff is because I can build most of it. Okay, it's broke ass media still to the full effect. Okay, so here we are. It is the silly season right now. You know, I've got the 10% rule. About 10% of the information that you get out there is actually legit. About 10%. And now I saw something today. I realized something today because, you know, I go through, I like to get the clips and stuff. Rich Eisen is my guy. You know, he is a non-Dallas Cowboy fan, but he's not like some of the other shows and stuff.
No, well, he actually does charity.
He does. Well, Rich, you know, of course, he does the Run, Rich Run.
He does the he does the run.
Right. Where he's running in his suit and everything else.
He raises money for charity.
But what I noticed on YouTube now is, because I went to one of these once, because it was Adam it didn't even make sense, the headline of it. Breaking news, Cowboys to trade Tony Pollard to the Bears for -- pick.
My question is,
and I was like, huh?
Why would you trade him when he's a free agent?
No. You're right, exactly. You would have to franchise tag him and then trade him to the Bears for 2 number ones. And I'm like, there's no possibility that works.
Does the Bears have number
and
1
so
pick?
I'm looking at this, but I'm looking at this clip, and it's just like a ESPN clip. And Adam Schefter's not even in it. And I'm just like, what the hell is this crap?
And why would the Bears trade the number 1 pick when they have
let me go. Let me finish this, okay?
Unless you're getting 3 or 4 number 1s.
Okay, it's not real. But what this channel does, it's got like 12,000 subscribers.
Oh, it's like clickbait.
It's literally because that video was out, and I went to the channel, and it was like 2 minutes ago there was a video, 23 minutes ago there was a video, 58 minutes ago there was a video, and they're all just clips from, you know, all the shows. and the titles don't even match what's actually in them.
Yeah, because one of them.
And literally, I went through page after page of this one channel that must have 150 videos. And
one of those channels got me because I thought it was something with Michael Irvin.
oh man,
I think on ESPN or something, or one of his clips, and he wasn't even in the clip.
right. And so what I think it is it's like, I don't know, it must be like a YouTube farm now, because they're looking and saying, if we, like you said, mess with the algorithm, we could go ahead and just spam the hell out of it and, get the numbers, get monetized, and, get paid. So they're probably like a whole room, because you'll see the same video on different ones over and over again, with a different name on the title. So now we got that to deal with. And it's even worse when you kind of get hit with ones that seem to be unbelievable. So this week there was a situation, I don't know if any of you guys have seen or heard what's going on with Space Cowboy, with J Tuck and Mike Fisher. Mike Fisher kind of issued apology. It was one of those apologies where you say, if I offended you, I'm sorry you're offended. Kind of apologies.
I thought Mike Fisher was better than that.
Well, no, I'm not throwing him under the bus.
I thought it was better
because
than that.
the thing, he's going down with the ship that the CJ Stroud, that whoever his source is, that nobody else has, that the Cowboys are intrigued, and I don't know what intrigued means, by CJ Stroud, which is now the video that has now launched 1,000 ships, because now I'm seeing articles, the Cowboys are ready to move on from Dak Prescott, and see,
if
these
he's number
things,
one pick, then I think the Bears, if they get the right offer, they'll
even if he's a top 5 pick, there's no way in hell. And here's the funny thing.
I'm not saying we draft. I'm saying though, if he is projected to be number one pick, I think the Bears would trade.
Young Wilson, Wilson.
The Bears have a good quarterback. They just need pieces around them.
In which case they would like to trade. But here's the thing.
They need more people around them.
No. When I first heard this thing, I started going through it, and I was looking at CJ Stroud. I'm not the quarterback. It's all good, Mark. I only follow you, Law, Big Game James, Fish for Dallas content. Others are not the same as you folks. Appreciate that, my man, Young Wilson. But I started going through, and it's like, is that possible that the Cowboys are ready? Because then you're looking at an $85 million cap hit, which is suicide. We are already in cap hell, so we're going to put another $80 million into it and then give up all of our draft picks to move up, because it would probably take 3 number ones, if not more, to go from 26 to the number 1 pick.
That's like.
And here's the funniest thing about CJ Stroud.
Something like that.
CJ Stroud is great when he has a clean pocket. But look at the numbers of when he's under distress.
And the Bears have
he sucks.
Bears have a competent quarterback. They just need pieces around them. So, I mean, they would trade the number one pick if they got the right offer.
Yeah, but wait a minute. First of all, the Cowboys are dirt cheap.
I'm not talking about the Cowboys. I said somebody
they're traded verse.
I'm not talking about the Cowboys. Somebody else would trade.
The Cowboys may have 99 problems, but Dak isn't the only one. And I dare say all these people that are trashing Dak about the interceptions, that's the only thing they got against him. Because it's not like he had interceptions and they couldn't score points. All of a sudden now, when we talk about the money for Dak Prescott, we got Daniel Jones, who had 15 TD passes on the season, wanting $45 million. We got Lamar Jackson wanting over $50 million. And by the way, Dak Prescott's got more playoff wins than Lamar Jackson. Just kind of saying that there, right? Just kind of putting that out there. Lady Libra. What's up, Lady Libra? Shout out to Lady Libra.
300 points.
Mark, CFT played a audio about Bobby Wagner. Bobby Bell said sign Wagner for 4 years. We're going to get to Bobby Wagner here in a few minutes too. But I want to finish with this part with the CJ Stroud situation. So Space Cowboy kind of, started with him and J Tuck tweeting about this, saying, this is kind of like clickbait. I got thrown under the bus and literally had YouTubers hate me and call me, literally threaten to beat me up because of Earl Thomas.
Okay, 26.
Okay, Earl Thomas, I had gotten a tip that the Cowboys were interested in getting Earl Thomas. It was going around. It kind of went viral. And Mike Fisher had said, hey, that's not credible. There's nothing to that. And immediately, I received all kinds of hate. I literally received all kinds of hate. I mean, people were telling me that you're not really a Dallas Cow. You're just a clickbaiter. You're a clickbaiter. You know, shame, right?
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
No, seriously. I was like depressed. Because and lo and behold, it was a couple of weeks later, the Cowboys are trying to get Earl Thomas. Is it a hard reach to say that they were trying to get him 2 weeks before, and I got some information that maybe the Cowboys didn't want to have out, and so they threw me under the bus for that? Is it a reach? No, because Lord knows we certainly tried to get Earl Thomas. But be that as it may.
We also tried to get Carson Wentz. Rumored. That's what Stephen Jones said.
Well, but Erwin Strickland, shout out to being a member for 8 months. Appreciate you, bro. So here it is with CJ Stroud.
But the thing is, I just looked
intrigued.
It up. I just looked it up.
You know what?
You know what our pick is valued?
What?
700, and the number one pick is 3,000 points.
Okay, well, something
so 3 number ones.
I know they got, but it means, in other words, you need a whole lot more to move up.
3 number ones and then something else.
But what the CJ Stroud is
way too much.
Remember when Cam Newton was cut by New England, and remember what we heard was the Cowboys will do their due diligence on Cam Newton. And some people took that as, the Cowboys, we're going to try and sign Cam Newton.
No, they want to have a conversation with the man.
You said something without actually saying something, but people think that you said something. It was bullshit.
Maybe the Cowboys want to have a conversation with the guy.
They do due diligence on everybody.
Maybe they want to have a conversation with the guy, see if he fits our system or something.
Okay, but the way it was implied is like the Cowboys were going to do something and that they weren't.
A conversation is one thing.
And the problem with it is it's this kind of stuff that creates the Dak Prescott hate, because we're focusing in on Dak Prescott's interceptions when Josh Allen, who hasn't won shit, had more turnovers than Dak Prescott with the fumbles. Literally, overtime, throwing interceptions into the end zone. But nobody says dick about that. With a team that was loaded with talent, a team that went out there and got more free agents, a team that they said, this team is going to the Super Bowl. They said about the Cowboys are ass, and that they deconstructed the team. All of a sudden now, Dak Prescott is worse than Josh Allen, who had a better team and was to be a Super Bowl favorite. And so all this stuff feeds into that same narrative, okay? And the thing that really... And that's cool, because clickbait, it's the offseason. Everybody's trying to get their thing going. And maybe it really is that the Cowboys are trying to do it. Maybe that is the case. I don't know. The thing that really they took an umbrage to was some of the ways that Mike Fisher kind of, as he puts it, kind of makes fun, is humorous about YouTubers. You've heard him say, this is, Mike Fisher here, the no bullshit, or the no bull straight dope. Okay, no bull straight dope, not from your mama's basement. And that's kind of like a knock on YouTubers. Because, they're guys in their basement. They're not there. We are the rebels, so to speak. We're the underground. And now the other media, which is dying, people aren't reading newspaper. People aren't getting Sports Illustrated at the newsstand anymore. That media has evolved to even getting away from the television to now streaming and online. Yeah. So now everybody is gravitating for here. And so the people that were here are kind of being treated like fleas. Yeah, get out of here. We're the big guys. We're the big guys. Get out of our way.
Move.
So when you make comments, and the thing that kind of, the thing that I think about what a bully is, a bully typically will have low self-esteem And they will go through and they insult others to make themselves feel bigger. And there's no way, there's no reason. You're Mike Fisher. You've got the contacts. You've got the history and things. You are above board. You got it all. Okay? You talked with Troy Aikman and Des Bryant and everything else. You're there at the Star. There's no reason to belittle or try and push them down. You're already on top of them. And that's where the whole umbrage kind of goes. Now, I will be honest with you, and I'm not trying to toot my horn, but I do know some people myself. And by the way, but this is not my mama's basement. You guys have seen me in my mama's basement.
Wait, you know people?
Wait, but hold on. This basement is my basement, my wife's, and the bank's. Okay, the three of us all own this basement.
Now, does your father's basement count?
Whose?
Does your father's basement count?
My parents' basement.
I'm talking about me. Because
you're in your dad's basement. Okay, you're right. You're in your dad's basement.
Or Tracy's basement.
But to give you an example, here it was. We were watching the draft, and I believe I was the first person who broke about Dak Prescott's brother committing suicide. I did it during the draft.
Yeah, I remember.
Which was painful.
News.
I knew about Des Bryant's father dying. I didn't go live with it the day before a game.
Mr. Cowboy.
I also on a Monday night live stream, ended up telling everybody about Dak Prescott's second surgery that he had on his foot that Mike Fisher was talking about on Saturday. You got that here. I found out it was no big deal. It was just a cleanup. But lo and behold, 5 days later, everybody else runs with it. I've had Demario Davis sitting right here in my house.
Yeah, he's the reason
right
why
here.
you got the backyard put
so
together.
I'm not saying I'm on the level of Mike Fisher. I'm not going to pretend that. But that doesn't mean that you need to belittle what we do. So, he paid his penance and all that. And, actions speak louder than words. And we'll see how that goes. And, he says that wasn't directed towards me or Law or Big Game James or A to Z Sports and things, people that helped him get started. So then that's to me even worse that you're going after guys that are just getting started, that are trying to build themselves. And I'm going to be honest with you, okay? You guys know about my crazy stalker out there, okay? That literally beyond just what you've seen on YouTube here, that has tried to do things against me, my family, dousing me and everything else and all kinds of stuff from other people that have, literally sent me hate mail and stuff. This is not an easy thing to do, to put yourself out in front of others. And to belittle anybody that's trying, it's not necessary. Not when you're already on top. You should be, that's the least of the thing you should work. You shouldn't even be wasting your time to try and make that kind of joke. So I'm off the soapbox here. So forgive me for doing this, but it's kind of bothered me. It really has. And the thing that I say, because there was a lot of animosity between me and some of the other YouTubers that were out there and things. And it shouldn't be, because it's not between you and me and all, we're not the ones. We've got the ESPNs and things that are coming in here that are trying to bulldoze all the trees and everything else and, and gentrify the neighborhood and kick us on out. It needs to be us versus them. All right, there we go. So, Bobby Wagner, who, of course, is with the Seattle Seahawks and the Legion of Boom, one of the, last ones that are still out there, but is still playing on an incredible level. Bobby Wagner, who the Cowboys did have some interest with, we just had Catboy, we believe in our own players and not paying anybody jack. That guy lowballed him, and then it ended up being the Rams said, hey, we'll take you for a 5-year, $50 million deal. The interesting thing was that first year of the deal was only $2.5 million. $2.5 million. This year's cap number would have been 12 because they did, backload the contract. When I was talking about how much I wanted to get Bobby Wagner, people said, yeah, he's old. I said, but dude had 170 tackles the year before. I said, even if he steps back some, he ain't going to go from 170 tackles to 20. He did step back, so they were right. He stepped back from 170 tackles with the Seattle Seahawks to 140. 140 tackles, 89 solo tackles, 2 interceptions, and 6 sacks. Let me say, last season, we found out how important the linebacker is when Van Der Esch went out. Van Der Esch, who has had a multitude of injuries in his career. Bobby Wagner didn't miss a single game last year. Has missed very few ever in his career. It's kind of like rarity. The guy I mentioned before that was sitting right here.
Which is a rarity.
When I said years ago, when he was a free agent from the Jets, Demario Davis, I said, we need to go get that guy. But again, I'm a guy from my mama's basement, so I don't know anything. But the guy from his mama's basement said, we should get Demario Davis as a linebacker. But we didn't do that. We drafted Van Der Esch. Of course, he was a high-priced free agent. But in his time, and I believe it's 5 years, he has not missed a game. And has been a Pro Bowler, I believe, 3 years of it. And should have been the other 2. A guy who's averaged over 120 tackles and like 6 sacks every season.
Strickland.
That's the kind of guy that I wanted on the team, but the team, of course, shout out to Edwin Strickland. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for the super chat. That's what you kind of need stability-wise on the defense. He will help stop the run. He will help Micah Parsons be even better. And this is no disrespect against Anthony Barr. Anthony Barr was decent. But Anthony Barr was coming back from a knee injury. And we know about knee injuries, don't we, because of Michael Gallup. Bobby Wagner ain't coming off any knee injury. That's the guy that you could look to sign. Now, here's the thing, and I'm going to throw this out here. I had this discussion earlier with Randy Seitz and Game Time and stuff, and Mark Torres. We have a, what?
Mr. Cowboys, I should send Joe Boo a Eagles championship T-shirt.
Okay. Well, I tell you, Mr. Cowboy, here's what I'm going to do.
They actually do have them.
I'm going to go ahead and get Tracy to make a red X, to put a big red X over it.
But they have the T-shirt.
Hollywood. Hollywood. I hear you talking Hollywood, but how many seasons have we missed Leighton Vander Esch because of injuries? You don't think that those are going to add up, and you honestly believe that Leighton Vander Esch is doing? See, Hollywood. That is Stephen Jones's mentality. That's Stephen Jones's. You know what? He's cheaper. We're going to hold on to that.
Tyron Smith is another good example.
But here's the thing.
Tyron Smith, how many seasons has he had?
He's played 17 games out of the last 50.
Then that's a reason to get rid of him and get the cash back for him. If nothing else, at least you get cash. You get some cap relief for him. Okay,
I'm going to go ahead and put out here, and this is, again, this is not, this is not news.
Taylor Smith actually played really good.
This is just my own personal thought, because this was the thing. And talking to Randy, Randy's like, we could go ahead and get Zeke for a better price, get him for about $10 million, and we franchise tag Tony Pollard, and we're only spending $20 million.
Hollywood, no super chat.
He's only, that's only $20 million there, and I'm just sitting there saying. So that's 9% of our cap that we're going to spend on running backs, a position that has been devalued and is proven that you don't need to have a lights-out running back.
What about our third-string running back? He's actually good, but he doesn't get the reps.
Well, here's the thing.
He's good, too.
It's the chicken and the egg. Are you better off having a great running back in a shitty line? Are you better off having an average running back and a great offensive line?
Our third string quarterback is you can use him. He's actually really good. The name slips me right now. He's actually our third string running back is actually actually good.
Shit, yeah.
He actually played good.
But here's a crazy thought. Instead of us spending $26 million on the two running backs, right?
Our third string quarterback is still on his rookie deal.
$16 million if we make Zeke Elliott a late cap cut.
Yeah, June 1st.
What if we took a number 2 pick and we traded for DeAndre Hopkins? We took part of that money, say we took, $7 million and we signed Bobby Wagner, still had another $7 million or so to work with, and still have a first-round pick. Now we've stabilized a running game. We've got ourselves a wide receiver. And then maybe the running back, he slips in my mind, ends up slipping to us at 26. And now you got a lights-out running back. You got a wide receiver, and you got a linebacker.
Too, that's good. Along with our third string.
Are we better off doing that
Hollywood
than we are saying let's pay Zeke and Tony Pollard? I'm asking for a friend.
I would keep Tony Pollard, but I'll give Zeke.
E-girls are salty for no. Oh, they're salty. Oh, cowgirl. No, we're not salty.
Why would we be salty?
I've been happy as could be that you guys lost in the Super Bowl.
We won a playoff game this year, and Dak Prescott was man of the year. I'm good with that.
Allen Williams.
I'm good with that.
That's Aisha's dog. That's here part time.
No. I'm good with that. Are you good with that?
What's that?
We won a playoff game, and our quarterback was man of the year, the number 4 man of the year for the Cowboys.
That's a start.
I'm good with that this year.
That's a start. I want more next year.
Of course, I want more next year, but I'm happy with the way that our
Mark, stay calm, collective, and cool. This is a debate. Oh, I agree with you.
Compared to the Eagles, they went to the big game and lost.
Yeah, somebody needs to let the dogs out. Brian Robinson is going to be a great running back in the NFL. Uh-oh. Da-da-da. Uh-oh. Da-da-da.
Damn, Gina.
It's your biggest accomplishment in 28 years. I'm good with that. You know what's funny, Bird Gang?
Y'all went to the Super Bowl and lost. No. Y'all went to the Super Bowl and lost.
Hold on.
To the new GOAT.
I'm sorry. I hate to do this to you, Bird Gang. But Bird Gang, you're frauds. I'm sorry. You're frauds. You can say all you want about the Cowboys failing. If we suck so bad, then how come you couldn't beat us? How come you couldn't beat us?
Y'all would have lost if we would have beat the 49ers.
Listen, as whack as you guys say Dak Prescott is, as whack as that guy, if he was only playing the Eagles every week, we would definitely be Super Bowl champions. Because the last 3 games Dak Prescott's played against your ass, he's averaged 42 points. You guys are the last one that should say anything about your daddy.
The last time y'all beat us, you beat a backup quarterback.
That's what I'm saying. You beat Cooper Rush. And beyond that,
wow.
And let's be clear here. What are your signature wins? Beating Kirk Cousins on Monday night?
Oh, he's bad at
Kirk
prime
Cousins?
time.
Is that it?
That's
you lost to the Commanders, dude. Come on, man. Come on, seriously, Bird Gang.
Kirk Cousins.
Don't come in here and start with me, bro.
Y'all beat Kirk Cousins, the man who is bad at primetime games, who can't win primetime.
Dude,
he may have only won one primetime game in his whole career.
You almost lost to Jeff Saturday,
who doesn't have a job right now.
You struggled against the Bears. You beat Daniel Jones in the playoffs. And I'll give you that you beat the 49ers, but the 49ers were dead. Oh, there she is. Damn, Gina. I mean, Queen Bella. Damn. It's crazy because I don't know where Gina's been. I mean, God, I keep saying Gina. What is wrong with me? Where Queen has been. See, Queen, you haven't been here enough lately. I can't even get your name out right. But I was worried about Queen Bella because I realized I haven't seen Queen Bella since the Super Bowl. And I know that she's up there close to Eagle territory, so I was worried. So I sent her a message on Twitter and said, hey, Queen Bella, you okay? You all right? So the queen is here.
Oh, you know what they did too?
What'd they do?
Okay, I saw this on the news, but the loser.
You mean the Eagles?
No, whoever lost, their mayor had. I mean, excuse me, not the.
You mean the Eagles?
No,
the losers?
Whoever lost the Super Bowl,
Losers.
at the Capitol, they had to fly the winning team's flag, and I think the what is it? The not the mayor, but the governor said he'll send some cheesesteaks and some pretzels their way when they won the Super Bowl.
Okay, well,
so they had to fly the flag for at least a week.
oh, Dennis, I'm sorry, I didn't put the mic cam up. Dennis is like, "Where's Mike?" Look, I messed up on that, but just for the fun of it, let's do an oldie but goodie.
You got the wrong angle though. Which one show the new set?
Well, I gotta change the camera, but then you'll be too small.
It's all good.
I fire Howie. Fucking fire the motherfucker. Stupid motherfucker. What an idiot. What an idiot. Dallas has Amari Cooper and Gallup, but we don't need a receiver. Are you kidding me? I don't want Justin Jefferson. He's
ass. Ass.
He's stupid. I fire his ass. I fire his ass. I mean, Howie's got to be stupid. What are you doing? You just let Dallas take him.
And there's Lola. All right, so back to, some people don't get Bobby Wagner. Well, you know what? I tell you what. Had we had Bobby Wagner.
He's healthy.
Bobby Wagner with 140 tackles last year.
The man's healthy.
And through all the games, oh man, I would have been ecstatic. Okay, but here's the reality of the team: is we have to get more help. Okay, whether you're a Dak Prescott fan or hater or whatever else, Dak's our quarterback. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about there. There is no way you can move on from Dak Prescott and get somebody else. And I'm sitting here thinking about Aaron Rodgers, who, without help on his team, they couldn't beat the Lions. The Lions, okay? Let me say that again. They couldn't beat the Lions. And for my man who said that, forget Bobby Wagner, sign Van Der Esch because he's cheaper.
That's the sad thing.
Here's what he had. Here's what Van Der Esch had last year. He had 90 total tackles combined.
But he's also injured too.
So that's 50 less.
But he was also injured for like 2
I understand.
games.
Right. So there's that.
Yeah.
But that's 50 tackles less than what Bobby Wagner had. And he had 1 sack, which is 5 less than what Bobby Wagner had.
And Bobby Wagner
had
was not
0
injured.
interceptions, which is 2 less.
And Bobby Wagner was not injured.
There you go. So, you get what you pay for. It's kind of like tools. If you buy a cheap tool, it's probably not going to do the job you need to do. You get what you pay for. Queen Bella said, I took a break to focus on my midterms for school. Happy to be back. Well, I hope you did great with the midterms there, girl. We definitely missed you. And tell your dad, Mitch, I said, hello, how are you? You got 17 free agents, son. But guess what? Marcus, most of our free agents aren't, top 50. We got 2 free agents that are considered top 50. You, my friends, have 7 of your free agents that are in the top 50. 7 that were starters. 7 that will probably want to get the big bucks. So, and now you do have 2 number 1 first round picks, but you have a total of 5 picks for this year.
Oh yeah, because
you do have more capital than we do right now, but you also have to pay your quarterback.
Oh, and they paid a boatload for Jordan Davis, who looks like a bust right now.
Well, draft picks. His contract is not that much.
I know it's not, but I'm saying though he looked like a bust.
Yes,
right now.
but Bird Gang, you know what's so funny though, Bird Gang? In that 28 years, you've only gotten one Super Bowl closer to us team that is a loser. And your team still can't beat Dak Prescott. Still can't. The worst quarterback in the history of football, according to the talking heads out there. So Bird Gang, yeah, you're not gonna get what you're looking for here, bro. I'm gonna tell you, your team is chokers. You're 1-3 in the Super Bowl. 1-3. You're only one away from being the biggest loser and tying the Buffalo Bills and Minnesota Vikings for most losers in the NFL.
Oh, yeah, because they lost
in the Super Bowl.
But at least they didn't lose 4 straight.
So, yes, ma'am. Hey, what you smiling for, baby?
East side.
Well, you know what? At least we have hope, East Side. I don't know what you guys have at the Texans. Yeah,
their best player. Did their best player just retire?
Yeah,
the best player they ever had. That probably would be Hall of Fame.
East Side. You know how low your team is right now. Do you know how low your team is? East Side.
Hey,
your team is literally whale shit.
Hey.
Okay. You know what? You know how low whale shit is?
Let me ask you this.
Well, now hold on. Do you know how low whale shit is?
It's below sea level.
It's at the bottom of the sea. That, my friends, is the Texans.
Wait, is J.J. Watt going to claim the Texans when he goes to the Hall of Fame?
I don't know that he's going to the Hall of Fame.
I said if he does.
Would you claim him? I mean, that was the only thing I ever saw in the Hall of Fame was J.J. Watt's face planted in an ass.
If anybody from the Texans going to the Hall of Fame, he'll be the only one.
Well, that's true.
If anybody does. That's all y'all have is J.J. Watt.
Well, Eastside, keep the faith, bro. Keep the faith, okay? What hope is there for the Cowgirls when they can't even get past the division round? What hope is there for the Eagles when they can't get past Dak Prescott?
Y'all team's going to be terrible this year. Y'all got a lot of free agents this year.
I'm telling you. Eagles, don't count. I'm telling you, Eagles, you're headed for a fall for next year, bro.
Are they going to be like Tampa Bay and
I think they're going to be worse. I think they're going to be worse. I don't know.
They won the Super Bowl.
They'll be between Tampa Bay and the Rams. Okay, they'll still be a good team.
They got Jordan Davis
because they'll be able to keep their core. But when you start talking about guys like Fletcher Cox, Hardgraves, Miles Sanders out there,
Miles Sanders, I like Miles Sanders.
I think isn't Big Bradbury. I think he's another. I mean, you've got like key starters.
I wouldn't mind
that you're not going to be able to bring back.
I wouldn't mind having Miles Sanders, but it'll cost us a lot of money.
Soon enough, that 8-3 Dak will not be in his favor. Well, I would have to say, Bird Gang, if you were to win every game, it would take 2.5 years of you beating Dak Prescott, 2.5 years just to tie. Just to tie. Bro, clearly, he owns your ass, man. Swoop. The closest to a Super Bowl Dak will ever get is winning another Caring Award. Laugh out loud. Yeah. Well, that's one thing we never have to worry about. The Eagles winning a Man of the Year because we know how you guys are. Ass.
At least when we go. At least if we go to another tour, he'll be 4. He'll be number 4.
Yeah, he is literally. Miles Sanders is literally saying, "Please bring me back. Please bring me back." Sanders ain't all that, though.
That's the only team he's been on his whole career.
Well, see, and this goes back to my original point about, Tony Pollard and Zeke.
I would say let Zeke go and keep Tony.
When you look at Miles Sanders and the crew that they had at running back, it's easier to run when you have great offensive line play, when you have big holes to run through. And that's the difference. So is it better to have great running backs that are going to be running for their lives and taking a lot of abuse? Or is it better to focus in on the offensive line to make sure that they have holes?
If you get rid of Zeke and Tyron Smith, you have money for our offensive line.
Eagles fans living in abandoned phone booths. Damn. I bet Jalen Hurts won't talk trash to Dak Prescott's face. Dak haters, check the stats. I won some money betting on Patty Mahomes. Gina, you know what? I won me $200 putting it on Patty Mahomes too.
But if you believe the storyline,
what's that storyline?
The last man to win the MVP and the Super Bowl gave him the award the same year. Kurt Warner's the one that gave him the award. That's if you believe the storyline.
Well, you know, the script is
the script.
The script is there.
I mean,
the script is big.
Nobody else who went to the Super Bowl was given a award.
I love Weed. I'm not sure about that one because if you could let DeMarcus Ware, Des Bryant,
Murray,
and DeMarco Murray go, that tells me ain't nobody safe.
And Murray actually rumored was going to take a pay cut to stay with the Cowboys. There was rumors that he would take a pay cut, and they still didn't want him after taking a pay cut and breaking the record.
7 years, never sniffed the championship game. Jalen did it in 3. Twist, I can't dispute that. I will say that you had Howie Roseman who decided, let's go out and get talent. And you did it. You did something that my team is not willing to do. And I can't blame that on Dak Prescott. I got to blame that on the ownership.
Yeah, because they're not willing to pay the big bucks to get a few guys that can take us over the edge.
You went out, you got your guy Jordan Davis gets hurt. You go out and get a Ndamukong Suh. Your wide receiving core, you go out and get an A.J. Brown. We get rid of one of our best wide receivers.
Yeah, they traded for him in the draft.
It's not apples to oranges that we're comparing. We did the polar opposite of you guys. We said James Washington, Noah Brown, and a one-legged Michael Gallup are as good as you trading for A.J. Brown. It's just not. Your offensive line,
one and number 3,
best offensive line in football. Ours, we had to keep shuffling lines. We had to get a guy you threw away years ago in Jason Peters, 40 years old, to play significant time. We end up losing one of our best offensive linemen in Terrence Steele, and having to have a guy who had literally his hamstring ripped off the bone come back to play right tackle, a position he hadn't played in 12 years.
Who's probably going to be cut?
Sorry. You can look at it and say it's Dak Prescott, and we had Kellen Moore.
Who's gone?
Frick.
Who's gone?
Kellen Moore.
Thank you. That's the best move they made in the offseason, get rid of Kellen Moore.
So
the best move.
You can try and make yourself, this goes back to what I was saying earlier about bullies. About bullies. Bullies have low self-esteem, but they feel better when they pick on somebody who's under them, when they can make them feel bad. And I get it right now. You feel like crap because now you're only 25% win percentage in Super Bowls. You failed. 3-time loser.
At least we won 5 out of the 8.
And it makes you feel better when you say, well, we went farther than the Cowboys, well, at least we've won a Super Bowl this century.
We won 5 out of the 8 that we went to.
5 out of 8. Yeah, 5 and 3 versus 1 and 3. I get it. It's okay. I understand. You're hurting. You feel bad. You knew for sure that your team was going to win against the one-legged Pat Mahomes. Get Jalen Ramsey. That might be a bridge too far for me on that one. I think Jalen Ramsey will be way too expensive. But DeAndre Hopkins, the more I've been thinking about it, the more I've kind of liking that one when I heard that he is possibly a 2nd or a 3rd round pick.
Well,
is what they're looking for.
He's also working with Dak Prescott. It's going to be with
and he is with Des Bryant.
Yeah, Des Bryant, I meant.
He's in Dallas right now.
But the thing is, though, Des Bryant was on the James Washington train, too, so.
Well, James Washington might have. Hollywood. Hey, Michael, I have a coworker that's named Michael Anthony, last name Anthony. We call him M.A. as a nickname. Well, shoots. Shout out to you, my man. Appreciate it, Hollywood. Okay.
Hollywood Henderson.
Bird is in seriously psychological torment. There you go. No such thing as a salary cap. See,
this is how you work the numbers.
I still believe. Okay, I still believe that last year was a message to Dak Prescott that after Dak fleeced him for the money.
Well, Kellen Moore
That the Cowboys were basically going to be like, okay, you want to be the man? Okay, we're going to take away some of your weapons and let you hurt a little bit.
Well, our number one wide receiver, we know why I got rid of him. I don't know if we talked about it on YouTube. But
Well, yes and no.
Because there was
the COVID shot and all. I get that.
Well, it's not that. Toward the end of the season, he looked like he was
out.
injected. Like he didn't care.
Well, Jerry
Cooper.
Jones threw him under the bus.
It's like, I don't care anymore. Get me out of here.
Dak Prescott is better than Justin Fields and Lamar Jackson. Can we count on DH to stay
Lamar
out
Jackson's
of trouble?
dealing with knee injuries. Knees.
The cap is a myth. Well, the Cowboys can get easily about $60 million without a whole lot of pain if they want to.
They just have to work the numbers. It's all about how you work the numbers.
All Cowboy fans who are in the 35 and under don't even remember the last. Okay, Bird Gang. Lisa, what's up, Lisa?
I don't remember when the last time you beat Dak Prescott. When was that? When was the last time? I don't even remember when the last time I beat Dak Prescott. Whoa. When was the last time Jalen Hurts beat Dak Prescott? I don't remember.
Bird Gang.
I don't remember that.
Bird Gang, what's Jalen Hurts against his record against Dak Prescott?
Oh, he hasn't beat Dak Prescott.
Oh.
He beat Cooper Rush. But not Dak Prescott.
Forgot about that. Okay.
Not Dak Prescott. I don't remember.
Forgot about that one. So Jalen Hurts, who's better than Dak Prescott's never beat him?
Is this like Daniel Jones? He never beat Dak Prescott either.
Bird Gang, I remember all of them, bro. I remember every single one of them. I saw every Super Bowl that they ever played. Yes, I am that old. I just, black don't crack. Just black don't crack,
well,
okay?
You were 7 years old when the first 6 or 7 when the first Super Bowl was on TV.
Edwin Strickland, what do you think about I have not gotten into prospects and stuff. I'll definitely, let me write that down. I will check him out, Edwin.
Well, you just have to pick your one guy that you like.
No, I'm going to go in. I'm going to do a deeper dive.
Oh, come on.
But I'm hoping.
You're known for picking one guy that you really like.
Levius from Princeton. No, I'm going to be working on getting a bunch of guys that I like. Hollywood. Mark, do you think Mike Fisher was talking about guys
Hollywood,
on YouTube or kids?
Henderson.
I have no idea who he's talking about. But if he was talking about kids, no, I don't know. I've kind of gone through that whole situation there. I just don't see a need for him to try and, as he puts it, I'm just trying to make jokes. I don't know that you need to go ahead and make jokes of people that are lesser than you. That's just my own personal thing. My thing is trying to lift people up as opposed to tear them down. I was always taught, or I don't know if I was taught it or if I've always believed it, but my thing always is if you make it to the top of the mountain, it's your job to help pull the next man up there with you, because we're all in this together. And that's the way I go about it. That's the way I live my life. That's why, spread the mojo is what I always say, try and do things for others. That's not necessarily everybody's mentality, and it's not necessarily how we as a society even deal with each other anymore.
Hollywood.
Okay, maybe so, Hollywood. Maybe so. I love watching a father and son collaborating together. It's actually nice now, because when I first started doing YouTube, Mike was kind of like, you remember?
Until I saw the dollar signs. That's what did it for me, the dollar signs.
Well, where are the dollar signs at? Because I've been missing them my damn self. Okay. Jalen was never in the convo until last season.
Yeah, because they kept saying it's MVP. And
well,
happened to that?
What
happened to Mr. MVP?
Not to flip the chains here, but
what happened to Mr. MVP?
But hold it, though. Think about this for a second, Eagle fans. You were, at the beginning of the season, questioning whether or not Jalen Hurts was the guy, right? Y'all kept saying, well, if he doesn't play well, we got 2 number ones, we can get another quarterback. So you guys weren't bought into him. What if he is like one of those one-hit wonders? Like Vanilla Ice baby. Do 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 do. You know, and he's got one hit, and that was this year. What if he's RG3? One good season.
What if
What if you pay him a boatload of money, kind of like they did with Russell Wilson, and he never achieves that again?
Well, he got put on notice.
But
He might play better this year.
we'll see.
We'll have to wait and see. Better might be only
Party.
one, a few more games.
I have lost about 8 pounds so far since the season's been over. I haven't done keto, so to speak. I've stopped eating so many candy bars. I stopped doing the big subs, and I haven't been drinking sodas. Although I did have a couple of rum and cokes when I was in Delaware. I did have like
That's okay
4.
for your cheat day.
Well,
You got one cheat
that whole
day.
night, okay, that was a cheat night because I had like a double chocolate chip ice cream thing.
No.
Oh my God.
It's okay.
Oh, it was so good.
No. From what I learned is you have to have one day where you just cheat.
Okay, well I did that.
That's okay. One day a week.
And I think I made up for it being down in Waynesboro because I was like, I'm almost under 270 again. So, hopefully maybe by the early part
have
next
a
week.
cheat day once a week.
Okay.
You have to at least once a week.
Jalen Hurts is who we thought he was before the season started. Jalen got his spot took in the biggest game in college, and got even better.
Yeah, because he got benched.
I'm not old like Mark with sleep.
No, Jalen Hurts got benched for 2.
See, why you got to make fun of my
transfer to
age?
Schools.
Well, okay. So I call it experience myself because I've experienced a lot of things. I've experienced seeing the Eagles lose 3 Super Bowls. I've experienced seeing the Dallas Cowboys in 8 Super Bowls. I remember when they landed on the moon. I remember seeing the airplanes landing in Dover, Delaware, bringing the bodies back from Vietnam. Yeah, I remember lots of great things. I had a cheat last week. Shout out to you. Anyway, man, it's 10 o'clock already? Edwin, get Edwin in there. It'll be time to get ready to do that next drawing. We'll do a drawing here for a Jobu Sports print. Hollywood, Mark, what is your second team behind the star? Mine is the Browns.
Oh, the Browns.
Hollywood,
I don't have a second.
there is no other team other than the Cowboys. I
Now, if you're talking about another sport, that's a different story. But if you're talking about
I don't really have another sport.
Yeah. I like Chicago Bulls, but that's just because I like their logo.
If I got another sport, I think I'd end up being divorced from Tracy. Tracy would be like, you ain't got. I spent. There's so much going on with the Cowboys. I mean, this is crazy because dealing with Michael Irvin. I mean, we got Michael. This is literally the end of the offseason right now. And it's still hard to keep up. But you get the whole Michael Irvin situation where I think Michael Irvin is going to get paid by Marriott. I think Marriott's going to end up settling with him.
Of course they will, because they don't want.
They're going to settle with him. I can guarantee that.
Don't they have a contract with the NFL?
Yeah, they do.
So, they're not trying to mess that up either.
You got that situation. Of course, now we've got all the free agents and the bloodletting for teams that are cutting people. And you got the rumors of, the Cowboys are going to trade up to get C.J. Stroud, right? So we got that situation we got to deal with. And then you got the YouTube drama that's going on between all of us YouTubers and things that we've all been kind of brought into here and so on, between the old media and the new media, and everybody's clashing and that stuff. Then we got the Eagles that are crying like little biatches, okay, because they're 3-time losers, and their team is going to probably be gutted because they won't be able to afford all the players that they have. They've already lost their offense and defensive coordinators, but they're still trying to say that they are the greatest thing since sliced bread, even though they're frauds. Even though they're frauds. And that next year, they're going to have a tough schedule, and they will be found out. They will be playing a lot of really good quarterbacks next year. So there's that. Dustin Carruthers, I like that we took Dak in the 4th round, and now everyone says he's trash, but we should trade him for a top 5 pick. There you go, Dustin. That's 100%. If we could just shout out to Dustin, that's your first super chat. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you. Ring the bell over there, Mike. Ring the bell.
Wait. They actually have that now where you can get.
See, it says right there.
I know, but is that new?
That's new. It's a new feature.
I've never seen that before.
It's letting you know that Dustin is the first time that he's. Shout out to Justin. Appreciate you, bro. We're doing a whole lot of upgrades to the studio, and I am working on one more big piece. So I appreciate everybody who's done the super chats, everybody who's become a channel member. You guys are helping us get closer and closer to our goal and being able to do those things. And look for something new, hopefully in the next 30 days. I'm keeping my fingers crossed here. We're working on it. My squad is the NBA. My squad, NBA. Frauds. Hey, there you go, Gina. They are definitely frauds. All right, you ready to do that drawing there, Mike? See, look at that. Look at the control center over there. You got Jobu's head peeping up over there. Look at it. That's lit. Oh, Mike, you didn't put the flashing lights on. You were supposed to put the flashing lights on for letting them know we're having a drawing. Man.
Well, I don't know.
Broadcast media. Okay. It's on the desk.
Oh, I didn't see it.
It's because it's so spacious in there. It's just like lost out in the desert because it's so big, isn't it?
Ooh, somebody new.
Somebody new. We got a new winner, chicken dinner. Mr. Cowboy. Shout out to
He makes the rounds, too.
Well, Mr. Cowboy is the one that sent us the shirt over here.
Well, see him and
all right, Mr. Cowboy,
make the rounds on all of the YouTube.
Mr.
channels.
Cowboy, email me with your address so I can get that sent to you, brother. I appreciate you.
If he sent us the shirt, don't you have the?
He sent us the shirt
from the website.
Well, he got our address and he mailed it to us. Okay, so through FedEx.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so
through those people that sponsor that team that's in Lando.
There we go. Joe DeMasi, member for 3 months. Shout out to you. Don't forget to hit the like button because that helps us as well too.
Shout out to Mr. Cowboy.
Are you doing any XFL this weekend?
I know something with Rashid tomorrow, but that's it.
Is he coming over for tomorrow?
Yeah, after I work.
Okay. All right. Cool.
After I go near the toxic waste dump tomorrow.
All right.
For the first time with the new app. Near the toxic
Eleanor
waste
Walker,
dump.
only one crying is the Cowboys. Always wishing Eleanor.
You know what I should do tomorrow?
Shout out to you for showing up.
If I'm by toxic waste dump, I should go by there and just take a ride.
Dustin Carruthers,
take a ride tomorrow.
To you for watching since 2016. Damn, if you've been watching since 2016, that was back when I was like below 1,000. Shout out to you, man.
I wonder how far I'll be from the toxic waste dump tomorrow.
Miss Gibson, I'm still waiting on an invoice for a plaque. Miss Gibson, can you email me? Because my apologies. What were we making for you?
Oh, Mr. Cowboy wants to know what he wanted to.
It'll be one of the plaques down there. I think it's either Micah Parsons or a Dak Prescott one that's down there.
I thought you could custom make your plaques.
Huh? Custom make?
I thought we were doing custom made ones if people want something custom made.
Well, Mr. Cowboy, if you want us to do it.
We did one for Thomas Garrett.
Okay, well, Tom, I'll tell you what, Mr. Cowboy, if you want to send us a picture of what you want us to cut for you, we can do that one as well.
Or we have plaques already made that sent to you.
But Miss Gibson, my apologies because I don't know what we were going to be getting. So if you can
you email us.
If you can re-email me here. Oh, I forgot to put I'm just forgetting stuff tonight. Re-email me here, cowboysmark94 Gmail.
With any pictures, too.
And the picture, and I need your address for shipping on it, and I will do that tonight or first thing in the morning to make sure we get it to you.
Yeah.
All right, and so Mr. Cowboy, email me with what you want us to make, or I can send you a Micah Parsons or a Dak Prescott one that we have ready to go right now.
It depends on what you want. You are a winner tonight.
Yeah, that's why Andy fired your pom-pom coach. He said we could send him the Micah Parsons one. Okay, I just need your address then.
Cool.
Okay, cool beans.
That makes it easy. You can send it out by Monday.
All right, so that's about it that's going on. We dealt with Mike Fisher, Space Cowboy, Jason Tuck, and definitely subscribe. Check out check out J Tuck as well as Space Cowboy and stuff, as well as all the YouTubers, because help me Rhonda, Stacy Schubert, which is Roland's Review, Prime Time and Game Time. They're all getting started in YouTube, and it's hard to get traction and stuff. Once you get to that, and Michael Anthony,
no, and damn Gina,
and damn Gina, right? With
With the hip hop,
Nicki Minaj and all that. Yeah,
and she's just getting started.
I see her all over Twitter with it and stuff.
Yeah, she's doing good on that Twitter.
All right, well, I appreciate that, Brian. All right, so I guess you got anything else to add for tonight? Okay, all right.
And then I'll be starting a new app tomorrow.
You have a new app. So well tell me what y'all doing tomorrow with the Stinking Giant fan.
We just usually go. What do you call it? Just ramble about wrestling. I'll also start a new app tomorrow.
All right.
And I'll be picking up near the toxic waste dump tomorrow.
Well, you know that looks like Jeff Bezos is going to be buying it.
Well, we shall see.
No, he let everybody else. Y'all go ahead amongst yourself. I don't have time to waste bidding with you guys. And so after they all got their bids in, it's like, okay, whatever the highest bid, I'll throw extra $500 million on it and make the deal. That's pretty much.
I mean,
when you got money like him, he's got that kind of money laying around the couch.
Well, I guess the stadium will be our neck of the woods then.
Yeah. All right, get your shot glasses ready, everybody.
I'll be gone by then.
They don't have the infrastructure for the get in, get out. Appreciate everybody being here as always. Keep spreading the mojo. Definitely look out for our YouTubers and things. Remember, it's not war against us. I may or may not be who you like, but I guarantee you that there is somebody that you will. Definitely show them some love. I'm Mark Holmes. Keep spreading the mojo, and it's time to turn off the lights. This party's over.
The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year